They say don't go to Bali. I've been constantly hearing on social media that Bali has been overrun by tourism and it has lost its charm. And honestly, I almost believed them. But I wanted to personally find out why there's so much hate for this little island that I literally fell in love with. So I thought, let's just go and find out by myself. This trip would confirm everything I had heard, and I was ready to be disappointed. But then, something happened. Something that made me see Bali in a way that I never expected. I found pieces of Bali that reminded me why travelers fell in love with this tiny island in the first place. Ubud was my first stop. Now I'm heading out to eat something and also check out Ubud Art Market to see how it is now because... Okay, that's it. Yep. Getting a vanilla latte for myself today. Starting my evening with a coffee. I can't sleep tonight, but I really need it. And then I want to get a massage. If you want to see my eyes light up, watch me. I love it. So I found this place right where I was eating. I was like, the prices look good. And I thought, let's just go because I am in desperate need for a massage. After the massage, I realized my body was so sore. Like all those hiking and everything, like my thighs, my legs were feeling so relaxed when she was massaging me, and oh my god. The last time I was here, it felt magical. Sacred temples, quiet mornings, the smell of incense in the air. But this time, I was expecting crowds, Instagram queues, and overpriced cafes. And yeah, I did see all of that. The market felt more like a tourist trap than a cultural hub, a lot more commercialized than before. But then, I stepped into a tiny warung tucked away in an alley, a small menu, no frills, just good food, and memories of how Ubud used to be. That is when I realized something. Yes, Bali has changed, but the essence, maybe it's still here. Maybe I just have to look for it. Back in 2018, Bali was already a hotspot, but there were still places to escape the crowds. Fast forward to now, the secret spots are not so secret anymore. As someone who loves shopping, it's really hard to not go into stores and check out stuff in Bali because some of the collections are so amazing, and then you just feel like, oh, I should check it out, and then when you check it out, you want to try it out. After trying it out, you want to buy it. So no checking out anything this time. I started my day at the sacred monkey forest. Last time when I was here, I did not come to monkey forest. This is what made monkey forest very, very popular. Monkey selfie, which is now closed, which is a really good thing because you don't want to get close to those monkeys. They're super aggressive. It was complete chaos, but also in a fun way, I guess. There was a bit of nature and a bit of madness. But here's the thing. If you slow down, step away from the crowd, you'll find moments of quiet. This place is so different than how I thought it would be. It's very peaceful and tranquil, even with the monkeys. I walked deep into the forest and suddenly it was just me and the monkeys. No tourists, no noise, just that unmistakable Bali energy. You know, the Bali vibe that everyone talks about? And that's when it hit me. My love for Bali doesn't depend on how many people are here, it depends on me. So I did something completely impulsive. I got a tattoo. Flower piece is painful. Guys, it's almost done. Are you ready for the reveal? Something small, something meaningful, and a reminder that places change, but the memories we carry with us, they stay. To pay. I got this tattoo done for 2.5 million. It was so much fun, and my artist, I forgot his name, he was so patient and so he was so concentrated. I did not want to talk to him and disturb, so I swiped on my phone all the time. It took 4.5 hours to get this one done. I'm very happy with the results and a very decent price. I asked around yesterday about 4 or 5 places and everyone was saying upwards of 4 million. This was the only place that said less, but the work was really nice. So I was like, okay, works both ways for me. Yesterday I read this, Experience Ubud, forgot totally about it. Then I was scrolling through my photos when I was getting my tattoo done. but then I realized, okay, I have to come back here. Maybe I will have nasi kuning. So we have got the rice, chicken satay, prawn crackers. I love it. I think that's gado gado. The rest I have no idea. I forgot tempeh. Don't know. Along with that, I might have Rosella mango mint tea. That sounds very nice. One more thing that I noticed is the fact that the exchange rate has not changed. When I came here, I flew from Australia and I used to get like 10,000 rupiah for every Australian $1. And looking at the Australian exchange rate, it's still almost the same, 10,275. Before COVID, tourism in Bali was at its peak. And then the world shut down and Bali went silent. Just a quick FYI, Bali's economy is completely dependent on tourism and it took a big hit during COVID. Now tourism is back, but it's not the same. It's not better or worse, it's just different. And the question is, how do you choose to experience it? The thing about Bali is that it is evolving and the change is inevitable, but that doesn't mean the magic is gone. I just had to look harder for it. And the next morning, that's exactly what I did. I woke up early and decided to chase the Bali I remembered. And that's when I found myself with no crowds, no noise, just me, the morning air, and the sound of footsteps on the Campuhan Ridge walk. This is a nice walk to just like burn some calories out. I don't know if I'm supposed to get a view at the end. I'm not sure. I just remember seeing this place on Instagram and thinking, oh, it's pretty, I want to go here. This place is called Red Rice Warung. I have foods here. That is soto ayam with red rice. And I had the soto ayam in near Bromo. You know what? I was expecting a lot more people here. Turns out there are not that many, considering Mount Bromo and some other parts of Asia that I've traveled to and the crowds I've seen there. That was insane. Over here, it's still fine. There's no denying that Bali is overcrowded. I was wandering through the chaos of Ubud market and there was nothing but crowds of tourists going to the next big Instagram famous cafe. But it did not bother me anymore. I kept walking and exploring the market as I would on any regular day. But then, right in the middle of it all, I turned into a tiny street lined with shops selling souvenirs and stumbled upon something unexpected. Rice fields. Turns out there's another rice field here, Juvuk Mani's rice field. And it's 1.2 kilometers from here. Last time I went to Tagalalang, so let's see. This was not on my list of places I want to visit today, but I was like, okay, let's just go there. And there is another art market. They say it's Priyanka Art Market. So not the actual Ubud Art Market, but just another place to shop if you like. Hey, that's cute. Oh, one sec, yeah. That's very cute. No, I did not buy it because it was cute, but it wasn't looking flattering on me. So I was like, nah, no shopping, no shopping. Oh, that's nice. This was a reminder that you can still find pockets of peace in the middle of the action if you look beyond Google's top 10 places to see in Bali. To be honest, I had no plans for Ubud. I was like, I'll just go and see because I have seen a lot of tourist destination last time. And this time I'm alone. I wanted to relax and take it by the day and see how it goes. And trust me, just walking around like this between the rice fields with no plans, even this feels so good. And I mean, it's amazing. Look at where I am. It's all green around me and there's nothing to be sad or worry about, It's just one of my best days today. I don't know why. I just feel so fulfilled and so content with everything. It's beautiful. I'm so glad I came here. No tourists, no Instagram shoots, just farmers tending to their crops. It felt like I had stepped into a different world, hidden in plain sight. These rice fields are so pretty, and I don't think this is a very popular one because I'm seeing people, but they're not as many as how much you would say in Tegalalang or the other rice fields are popular ones with the swings. And you want to see something special? See. So So circling back to my question, has Ubud changed? Yes, of course it has changed. It's touristy, it's crowded, it's gotten a little more expensive. But that does not make this place anything less than what it was 6 years ago. Yes, there are a lot more people. Yes, it is a little more touristy. But if you venture into the little alleys and streets like I did today, like I found the same Ubud that I left 6 years ago, and it is still the same place, the same area that gives me happiness. Ubud has not really changed in terms of its vibes, but it has grown a little, so it's still the same but kind of different. I don't know if I'm making sense, but this place really gives me happiness, and I think that's the essence of traveling in Ubud. I still love it.
However, one place you can still definitely notice the difference: Seminyak.
Good morning from Seminyak. Okay, when I was here last time, the two places I stayed at were Seminyak and Ubud, and this time as well, the two places I'm staying at are Seminyak and Ubud. I feel like they're very central, and this is like really great to stay at. So I am here in Seminyak Village Mall. So this whole set, the shots on the top is 250,000 rupiah, which is like $20, $21. Found this really cute shop. I have to show you this place. I like this one, but it's 700,000. I think that this shopping center is really expensive, like really expensive. I can't even think of buying something here because whatever I like see, it's so overpriced, and I know you can get the same stuff outside for cheaper. So, oh, this is a nice store. I love these accessories. I was looking for something to put on because the necklace that I had on yesterday, it looked so nice, but I can't wear artificial because I get like rashes. I don't know if you can see it, but I want to look for something like this. They have got a great collection. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, let's do some accessory shopping. I got this one and I wore it. How does it look? This one was for like 40,000. $3 something.
Seminyak used to be Bali's go-to for that perfect mix of laid-back and luxury. And today, it's different. And the change isn't subtle, it's in your face. But what used to be an affordable indulgence now feels exclusive. Prices have skyrocketed, and the crowd? Less backpackers, more influencers and high-end travelers. Before you could grab a beachfront meal for a few dollars. Now, some places charge what you would pay in New York or Toronto. It's still Bali, but it's catering to a different kind of traveler now. But beyond the luxury, I searched for glimpses of old Seminyak.
And if you are in Seminyak, you cannot miss the flea market.
The market still had the same handcrafted souvenirs, the same bargaining culture, and it was a relief to see that some traditions were still holding on. Despite its changes, Seminyak still delivers on its magic, just at a higher price tag. What used to be just a surfer's paradise is now the unofficial capital of remote work, Canggu. If you picture Bali as untouched beaches and simple village life, Canggu will shock you. The roads are packed, the cafes have wait lists, and finding a quiet spot? Good luck with that. But here's the thing, Canggu thrives on this energy. It's where creatives and entrepreneurs and wanderers all collide. I spent the day at this free co-working space, just working and observing. The conversations around me, all about startups, content creation and crypto. And that's also what I was doing there. This definitely wasn't the Bali I first met in 2018. But in a way, it's a different kind of movement. A place where people come to reinvent their lives. It was kind of relatable. The version of Bali I first fell in love with, it's not gone, it's just evolved. So, what is the reality of Bali? Is it the island everyone tells you to avoid because it's overcrowded and overpriced? Or is it still the paradise people fell in love with years ago? The truth is, it's both. Yes, Bali has changed, some of the magic has been commercialized, and the untouched corners are fewer than before. But that does not mean the essence is gone, because Bali isn't just about what it looks like, it's about how you experience it. You can follow the Google's top 10 lists and end up in a sea of tourists, or you can take a turn down an unknown path and find yourself alone in a rice field. You can complain about rising prices or just sit in a family-run warung and share a meal that costs less than a coffee. You can let the crowds define your trip, or you can choose to see Bali through your own eyes. When I came back here, I thought this trip would shatter my love for Bali. Instead, I found new things to love. So maybe the real question isn't, has Bali changed? Maybe it is, how will you choose to see it? If you've been to Bali, let me know. Did you find what you were looking for? And if you're still not ready to visit Bali because of its over-tourism and overcrowded nature, then there's a lot more Indonesia has to offer. I went to Sumatra and Java, and I highly recommend checking out these two islands because they are incredible. Sumatra is a lot less traveled, but Java has a better tourism infrastructure, and you can definitely check out how to spend some time in Java in this video that I posted last week. And I hope you also fall in love with some part of Indonesia just like I did.